Hi everyone, and welcome to the Sunday Menu Cooking Channel, and thank you all for tuning in once again. Today we've got a great recipe to show you all, as you can see by my ingredients. Today I'm going to show you guys how to cook Nigerian jollof rice. This is a great dish to have. It's a great rice dish that you always see in dinner parties, in events, in private dinners, in gatherings, and it's such a filling, tasty, soulful food. So stay tuned and let's get into it. So for today's recipe, I'm using 2 white large onions. I'm using 3 Scotch bonnets. It's a bit spicy, I know, but a bit of heat there. If you don't want to use 3 Scotch bonnets, you can actually just use 1, but I like to use 3 because I love it when it has a bit of kick in it. So it just gives that great kick, that great spice. We're using 3 tinned chopped tomatoes, and we're also using 2 red chilies and 2 bell peppers and a tomato puree stick. We've got our chicken washed and prepped here because we're going to make chicken stock, and we're going to use the stock from the chicken to add to the rice. So let's get into chopping. Okay, so we've got 2 onions today. 1 onion we're going to chop up into let's say 4 pieces to put into the blender when we blend all our vegetables. And the second onion, we're going to use this and slice this up, and with this one we're going to use this and fry it all together. Alright, so we're just gonna, as I said again, chop this up into 4 pieces because this is the one that's gonna go into the blender. And our second large onion, we're just going to slice it, and this is the one we're going to use when we fry all the ingredients together. Be careful not to slice your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. I have false nails and I get so nervous that I'm gonna slice my nails, so just be careful, ladies, about that. Alright guys, so we're just going to de-seed this red pepper. What we're going to do now is also, I'm just going to chop this bell pepper into 4 pieces. There we go. And just do the same for the second bell pepper. So I'm just going to take this chili and I'm just going to slice it into bigger chunks because I'm also going to add that to the ingredients I'm going to blend. So yeah, just chop it into big chunks. I'm just going to add this beautiful chili but also really great sweet flavour for the stew. Alright guys, so this is all chopped, this is all sliced. We're going to move over to the blender and we're going to blend our ingredients for the puree. So come on. Alrighty guys, as you can see, I'm just literally adding the vegetables into the blender. And for today's recipe, we're only going to use 3 tins of tomato. Add those 3 Scotch bonnets into the blender as well. It's going to be spicy, guys. Alright guys, now time to blend. All done. I'm now just going to pour the blended tomatoes. I'm just going to pour it into a saucepan and we're going to let this boil down for 25 minutes. Alrighty guys, so whilst the tomato is boiling down for 25 minutes, we're going to crack on with our chicken. So for today's recipe, we need to have chicken stock that will go into the jollof rice. So I'm going to make this now. I'm going to head over to the stove, put this in the saucepan, let it boil down for 20 minutes, and we're going to use the stock for the jollof rice. So come with me guys. Okay guys, so just turn on the stove, pour in some boiled hot water, add some chicken in there. It doesn't really matter what piece of the chicken you use. You can use the breast, you can use the thigh, you can use whatever works well. Then I'm just going to pour some seasoning. For today's seasoning, I'm using all-purpose seasoning, 2 Maggi cubes, chili flakes, and some cayenne pepper. And lastly, I'm just going to add some sliced onions. Let this boil down for 20 minutes, and when we come back, we're going to use the chicken stock for the jollof rice. Alrighty guys, so our tomatoes boiled down and our chicken stock is ready to be used. So now guys, I'm going to head over to the stove and we're going to fry all the ingredients and start making jollof rice. Alright guys, so I'm just going to turn on the stove. For today's recipe, we're going to use vegetable oil. You can use olive oil, which is what I sometimes like to use, but vegetable oil is actually really, really good. Or you can also use sunflower oil as well. So whatever you prefer, use it. The oil is now heated up. I let the oil heat up for like a good 3 minutes so that it heats up well. We're just gonna add the onions in there, give it a little stir. All right, now we're gonna pour in boiled down tomatoes. Be careful guys, it can get kind of hot with this. So just give it a good stir. All right, you guys, so now I'm just going to add the tomato puree. I like to use the whole tomato puree. Give it a good stir. So we're going to add the seasoning. For today's seasoning, I'm using 3 Maggi cubes, cayenne pepper, all-purpose season, and chicken seasoning. Let it get all in there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Lovely. So time to add in the chicken stock. And make sure you give it a good stir. And allow that to cook for 10 minutes. All right guys, now the stew is cooking and it's cooking down for 25 minutes. I'm gonna head over and I wanna pour in the rice and we're gonna add some palm oil and we're gonna let this dish cook for 25 minutes. Just gonna pour in the rice in there. Give it a good stir. And we're just gonna go in there and add palm oil. And I'm just gonna get a piece of foil. I'm just gonna let this cook for 25 minutes. You turn it down to medium heat, so it's not too hot. Hi everyone, okay, so the jollof rice is ready and it's ready to serve to all of your friends and your family. So I'm gonna bring over the pot, plate it up and show you guys the finished result. Okay, let's plate this baby up. If you can smell what I'm smelling here, it is beautiful. I'm actually quite excited to eat this. So the jollof rice is ready. Alright you guys, so the last bit of this video, I'm gonna bring on my cousin to actually come and taste this jollof rice so that he can tell you how it tastes like and if it's actually really good. So Jay, okay, here you go. I've given you a small little portion.
Thank you.
I want you to taste, please.
Okay, I'm a bit nervous. This is so good.
It's a little bit, it's a little portion.
No, this is really good.
Is that just, oh yay! Ooh. Yes, this is good, this is good. You need to tell everyone, rate it out of 5. 5 being bad. Ooh, the pepper.
The hiccups.
Oh god, the pepper. Hey, the spice.
I'll rate this a 4 out of 5.
Woo! That's good by me. I'm happy with that. 4 out of 5 is good. Sorry guys, I think I used too much pepper. But as I said again, the pepper is optional. So if you don't want it to be too spicy, just use 1 Scotch bonnet or 2. But thank you Jay, and I can't wait to see you guys tuning in to our next video next week Sunday. Have a blessed Sunday, and remember, Sunday is all about community, love and family. So continue having a good Sunday. Bye guys.